Well. GM. G. To the M. Great morning, my friends. DJs, Diamond Hand fam, Forge and Fuel crew, super soldiers, pioneers, pivoters, pursuers, builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out and anyone in between. Welcome back. And welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel, baby. Woo! I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Swirl One, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, let me be the first to tell you, we got one hell of a show on tap for you here on this tremendous Thursday morning. It is January the 23rd, 2025, and I hope you're ready to come alive because episode 653, pre-show vitamins, baby, has got more motivation, more inspiration, more good vibration, and more high-level conversation than you're going to know what to do with over the course of the next hour to hour and a half or so, baby. But before we dive into those aforementioned vibes, before we can get that proverbial showboat surfing through the waves of change, we must humbly ask you to do a few things. If you can find it in your big old heart, to maybe do us a few favors this morning. Maybe you could take a quick second to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you're currently adjusting the Forge of Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell right down there as well, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. Oh, wow, that was an elongated bell. And if you're enjoying this morning's program, maybe you could hit that thumbs up, that like button right down there too, one time for the one time, to help the old algo go and flow on the old tube of the U variety. But maybe you're not watching the show on YouTube, and you're definitely not watching it on Rumble this morning because the show didn't make it to Rumble because Rumble doesn't allow you to schedule 2 shows at once. And yours truly forgot to schedule it over there late last night once we got off Decoding the Divide. So didn't make it over there. But if you just happen to be on Rumble for some random reason, hit a subscribe, turn on a notification bell, hit a like button. But it is on X this morning, live in prime time as always. And if you are on X, that is your viewing platform of pleasure. Make sure you smash a heart, you smash a repost. Hell, you even smash a quote post. And you let the people know on the X timeline why you're tuned in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last but certainly not least, my friends, if you are listening or potentially watching to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that follow or maybe even that subscribe, or honestly, potentially, who's to say, who's to know, that 5-star rating, or in all honesty, just smash the shit out of whatever buttons you see on your screen, as it only helps us grow and flow on all those platforms as well. Nah, man.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
As for all you beautiful humming beings, tapped in, tuned in, locked in live in prime time to the video recording or maybe the live stream right here on YouTube or X this morning, we can't thank you enough if you've already hit those buttons. If you've already helped us get that algo going and flowing one time for the one time. But maybe you haven't. Maybe you're showing up and you're just saying, hey, look, you guys are supposed to do stuff for me. You're the host. You're the ones with the doggone show. You're the ones that got to be bringing the vibes. What do I got to do for you?
Be rude.
Well, we'll bring the vibes. And as 47 just said, don't be rude. There's just a little end of the bargain you got to do. In order for us to keep showing up every single day and bringing these stone cold facts, knowledge, and insights your way, we need you to not be a hoe and share the show. Be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know, and we will proceed with this morning's program.
Yeah, buddy.
My friends, you've heard us, you've heard we, you've heard boys. You've heard multiple sounds coming from parts unknown. That must mean that one guy is here with us. D-double-E-Z-double-Y, Mr. Producer, live in the building after a crazy night late last night. He's here ready to rock and roll yet again.
Lightweight, baby!
The lightweight slanging, iron pumping, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Bowling ball bench pressing. Shout out D-double-E-Z-double-Y. Sheesh, did we have us a night last night, my guy. Hot damn. But there's another guy here with us. See, on this show, it's not just me and old D-double-E-Z-double-Y. We got a whole nother guy. And this guy graces us with his presence on the screen every single morning. Know what I mean? Well, other than days where he's got real important meetings, maybe like next Tuesday where he's not going to be here and I'm going to have to bring double the vibes like I was talking about yesterday. So I'm going to have to find a whole nother ass so I can put 2 asses in to make enough energy of ass effort for the both of us when he is not here. My friends, the yin to my yang.
What?
The forge. Nope. The fire to my ice.
What?
The forge to my fuel.
What?
My friends, he is the owner of the Grandpa Ape Country Club.
What?
He is the lead pro on the GACC greens, if you will.
What?
My friends, a professional DJ working on a thing or two that once it hits your eardrums in the perfect form and it's been mastered around, you're going to say, by golly goodness, is he the best DJ around town? Better yet, every time I tune in, it's like I'm plugging into my iPod and he knows what I want to hear. Is he a human iPod?
Oh, yeah!
Maybe he's merged with AI. Who's to say, who's to know?
What?
But what we do know, a purveyor of positive vibes,
What?
a curator of high-level energies,
What?
a certified PLP pusher,
What?
the jet plane flying,
What?
Camry driving,
What?
Rolex rocking,
What?
Jesus Peace dangling,
What?
new resident of Chicagoland area,
Woo!
and still sweet James Jones himself,
What?
the one, the only, with an emphasis on the one.
What?
He's DJ Swirl One. Great morning, Swirl One. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing amazing. Welcome to the only show that gives you the fuel to forge your day. Hey, so glad to see you here this morning. Ready to go. I'm fired up. I tell you, look, I know the attention economy is vibrant and bustling this morning. There's a lot of places you could be. However, you did pull up for us right here, right now. So we appreciate that 100% from all of you fine folks out there. Do me a favor, grab your water, because you got to have this today. You're going to need a lot of these. I mean, this is only a little one. You're going to have, well, probably by maybe 12 of these, maybe 6 big ones. I'm just saying, okay? Or why don't you serve up your best cup of Joe? Look, I got me a cup of Joe right here, sir.
Hello.
Hey.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yes, I've got some beautiful hazelnut in here. Oh, it's so oh my goodness. Wow. All right.
Whoa.
Well, you have that device in your hand because I know you're sitting there like one cup on that and one hand here. You might as well go. Well, I'm just saying, people are doing it. You might as well go in there and send a text message. Maybe grab the link from this show right now and not only share it to somebody that's out there on the socials, but give it to somebody who doesn't have Rumble, who doesn't have maybe the YouTube, or maybe we all have YouTube, but maybe they don't frequent the YouTube. Possibly, let's just say this, they've never had a podcast that they could tune into. There's people out there. Do you know there's people who have never heard a podcast before? That's crazy. It's crazy to me. However, I've heard some, I brought some, and like Capp said, it is our job to make sure that we edumatain you today. So we're going to do so, but you can also help a little bit. You know, it's a team effort because teamwork makes the dream work. So great morning, Capp. Good morning, DZ. What's up, man?
Great morning, Swirl One. You know, just getting the old engines fired up for the day. I didn't realize how good that coffee was tasting. You know, I sit back and just take a couple of sips. I was making all those noises because this was like a hug for my taste buds. I mean, it was like, and then it was rolling down the esophagus and it was just hugging my insides. And so I slowly feeling me kind of wake up. And I was like, wow, this right here is the shit. I don't know. That's
So I was thinking about, and this is little, you talk about me thinking about needing a little hug. Yesterday, I was troubleshooting some things around the new HQ before everything arrives. And, you know, I'm trying to fix some things and all that. And I went to go and flush one of the commodes and it didn't quite flush. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, is it broke? I'm like, what? And then what I realized is you gotta hold it for a while. And I'm like, okay, well, how do I make sure that everybody understands? I say, I need to put a sign. We all need a little love. Just hold me, please. Right on that little hand.
That's how mine is too, bro. That's how mine is too.
So funny.
It's kind of funny. It's like all the toilets in Illinois. You gotta hold them down for a while. It's kind of weird. It's
the only one like that, but it's the one that like most guests are gonna use when they're at the house. I already know it, so I'm kind of like I'm gonna have to put something there, and I'm trying to be. You know, I want to be a little witty about it, but that was what I thought of. So maybe I'll fix the wording, but.
I like your wittiness, but I also feel like you got to be a pretty special human being to not know. Oh, that's not flushing. I should probably hold that down longer. Who's to say?
See, here's the problem. You'll sit there, and then the patience starts to not be there because you have to
especially if you're drinking.
And then you're like, dude, I'm just sitting here waiting. I already know what people are gonna do, so you might as well just give them the first thought.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Just give them the first thought. Let them have it.
That's a good fucking point. All right. Okay. I see you. Yeah, we had a good night last night. We were late on the show last night.
I was there to the very end, sir.
Yeah, and them boys, they stayed for a little while. We talked some more. Me and Deez talked some more after the show. So We didn't get done after a while. Slugbug, I see her in the chat, shouting out the Lindbergh shirt. STL fam, what you know about that? Who's to say who's to know? Shout out one time for the one time. But we're not talking about last night's show. We're on this morning's show. And we got a hell of a show ready to rock and roll for you here today. And we're going to start off with a bang. I mean, an absolute poo. And this is funny. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. But I do have to preface it with a little, this is NSFW. All right. You might not want to have this up on the screen if HR is in the building and you got us on the old projector right there live in the office. If the kids are tuning in right now, tell them that they don't need to watch this portion of the old Forge and Fuel this morning. Or they can watch this portion of Forge and Fuel, and maybe one of their favorite Sesame Street characters is forever going to look different to them, and they're going to have a lot of questions for you. So either you want to cross that bridge or you don't want to cross that bridge, however you feel. But, you know, growing up, I was always a really big fan of Kermit. Kermit the Frog, man. So, you know, I don't know if you've been keeping up with
Sesame Street. He's a Muppet.
Oh, he's a Muppet. Sesame Street all together, same thing.
No, they're different.
Oh, well, see, that's how much I know my Sesame Street.
Yeah, they're totally different. Yeah,
okay.
Different.
Well,
yeah.
Maybe you'll look at one of the Muppets, never the same again.
I've always looked at the Muppets like they're a little bit on that side, dude.
Oh, yeah. The Muppets are a little out there. All right. A little out there. You know, Miss Piggy, you know, they got a little something going on.
They got a little something happening with the Muppets.
And I don't know how much you've kept up with old Kermit over the last few years, but
the last I saw, he was drinking coffee like this.
Oh, well, yeah, he's gone into a new career path since then. You know, Kermit started making content, and old Kermit has decided that he's going to start surfing the old pages of Omegle. And
wait,
Kermit, if you've never heard of Omegle, you don't know, you won't know. It gets a little crazy over here. But Kermit has decided that he is now going to start making content from Omegle. And when people get a little too mathy with him, they get a little too over the top, boy, he slaps him in the face with that BGC, and shit takes a turn for the worse. My friends, this morning, we watch Kermit doing Omegle.
No, Marilyn Monroe, stupid. Gosh.
Oh my God, I'm so funny and I'm wasting my time using this Kermit. Yeah,
Yo, mama.
it's so
Yo, mama.
funny.
Yo, mama.
And also, yeah, this is my real name.
Yeah. Not talking now, are you? Hey. You look so, what? You look so scared. Are you okay?
I've never met a celebrity.
Really?
Yeah.
Miss Piggy tied up in the back.
I'm your first celebrity?
Am I gonna end up on like YouTube or something?
No. Why would that happen?
Or TikTok? Am I gonna end up on a TikTok?
No, that would only happen if I had a BGC. Like one of these.
Can you sing a song for me?
Sure.
Sing the song, and I need you
He
now.
just did not do that.
And I need you more than ever.
Oh, shit.
Hey, can I tell you a joke?
Sure.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not your childhood. My bad, Shotty.
Bruh.
My bad, shawty.
That's the BGC.
I'm dying.
Live action.
Live action. That's the
I'm hurting so bad, dude. Oh my god.
I'm broke right now. I can't move. Everything hurts.
Childhood? What?
That's the BGC.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, bro, I did abs yesterday. Don't hurt, dude. Don't do that to me.
Oh, and I got this pain in my side between my lats and my pec right now, and every time I laugh, it hurts so bad. But it just fucking
Got him.
fuck.
My friend, it's just a yoke, a little yoke. So that's just
It's just a jokey joke. No
Get
problem.
you started. I don't know what.
Just a little knee slapper. That's it. That's all it is. Just the BGC live action.
If Slugbug sent you something, don't be mad. It gets better. I promise.
Hey, look, it gets better from here. All right. Our sincerest apologies. We get the juices flowing. Let you know that this isn't your average motivational show. All right. You're not going to come in here and see a bunch of button up shit. You might see a BGC flash across your screen. Who's to say who's to know?
Oh my God, dude.
And for those of you that are not familiar with the acronym, that is a big green
chicken sucker.
Chicken sucker. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Fucking.
Stop, dude.
Okay, holy fucking shit. Oh.
Okay.
Honey. That'll get you alive in the morning. There you go. One time for the one time. Shout out Kermit. I had no idea the career path he had decided to take now, but boy, oh boy, long way from his show days. Who's to say, who's to know? However, there's your opening of the show, my friends. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great about it. Hope you're feeling the energy, because we're feeling the energy over here. We're ready to rock and roll. We got it vibing. We got it rocking. So without further ado, my friends, it's time to get on the proverbial perspective train and get it steaming on down towards the tracks of change as we get into your first segment of the day, where we get that mindset nice and sharp, baby. It is your sharpening session. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time on episode 653 of Forge and Fuel on this tremendous Thursday morning. It is January the 23rd, 2025, and I hope you're ready to come alive, because here we are back live for your first segment of the day, your sharpening session, baby. And if you didn't check the title, man, I'm a little higher up here. Hold on, let me go down a little bit. Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm doggone toes, tippy toes on the ground. I was swinging my legs, for crying out loud. I was a little too high up here. Holy shit. All right, now, oh, yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, all right, now I'm recentered. Everything's feeling good. If you didn't check the title of the show, or maybe you didn't see the thumbnail, who's to say, who's to know? Maybe you won't know what we're going to be speaking about this morning. So let me be the first to get you up to date before we conversate on the opening topic of remember to kiss. Remember to kiss.
What?
Remember to kiss. Huh? What? Remember to, what the hell are we talking? Kiss. What the hell are we talking? Oh, that's right. The old famous acronym that everybody knows and everybody loves to hate. That's right. Every time you get into that wrong spot, you remember that acronym. That's right. KISS. K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. You know, I started to think about that acronym yesterday. As me and Deezy were having a conversation, as I'll reference some things from the conversation we had yesterday. But we were kind of talking about complicating life, keeping things simple, doing the easiest or the hardest thing first, making it easy, even when it's hard, all that good stuff. And I started thinking about that acronym, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. And I kept coming back to one truth. You're not stupid. Your brain is stupid. You're not stupid. Your brain is stupid. I am convinced, after researching thoughts and theories and perspectives on this acronym, that the reference to stupid in Keep It Simple, Stupid is a reference directly to your brain. It is a reference to the quote that I say all the time: you control your brain doesn't control you. You're not stupid. You're a human being, blessed and highly favored by the Most High that puts you here to fulfill your purpose and your passion and get on the consistent, persistent pursuit of those passions. That is what you are here for. You are not dumb. You are blessed and highly favored. You are the only being on this entire planet that has the ability to do what we do, that can pick up a pen, that can send messages, that can talk and speak and understand and listen and hear and go apply and build and grow and be better every single day. We're the only damn ones. There's no other being. So we are incredibly smart. We are incredibly powerful. But this thing that controls the sack of pudding and sticks, rather, it doesn't even control it. Our souls control the pudding and sticks, but we think the mind controls it. However, our mind is just a muscle, like the bicep, like the quadricep, like the gluteus maximus, your ass, if you don't know. It's just a muscle, but it's really stupid sometimes because it can just get so sped up and spun around and in every direction. I've talked about it before, but if you haven't heard it, you wake up in the morning and the first thing that happens, you don't see your room around you. You don't. Thank you, God, for another day. Opening my 2 gifts, filling my lungs with the breath of life. You instantly get into the Rolodex of your mind and everything just, this could happen, this should happen, this might happen, this would happen. Your brain's stupid. And in that acronym, it's telling you, keep it simple, stupid. The reminder that your brain doesn't control you, you control your brain. Keep this thing simple, stupid. And we were talking, me and Deez, yesterday about Instagram and content creation and various methods and different things and some new things we're trying. And he got into this whole rabbit hole of captions and this, that, and the third. And I literally referenced this. I said, man, keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, my guy. You're overthinking it. And half the time, think about when you're scrolling through any social media app, nobody's going to stop and read all this stuff. The simpler, the better. And if you can apply that in something simple like an Instagram post, think about all the other areas of your life that you can apply that. And just keeping something simple, 7 words or less, attention grabbing, in and out. You don't have to parade around and all of this and ask 50 questions and this, that, and the third. Simple. Boom. Right to the point. There it is. See you later. Hey, hi, how you doing? You could do things real simple. The simpler, the better is what I've found. But you know, the reason why we can't make shit simple is because we want to make everything perfect. We want to make the entire journey exactly how we see it. We are, mostly all of us, especially if you're a 1% and you're in these lanes, you're a perfectionist and you battle perfectionism all the time and trying to be perfect and trying to be spot on. But I want to give you a metaphor, an analogy, if you will, either way, to think about that perfectionist mindset. Think about a mountain climber, right? And this mountain climber, instead of focusing on 1 foothold, 1 handhold, 1 foothold, 1 handhold, 1 foothold, 1 handhold, 1 foothold, 1 handhold, and slowly climbing up the mountain, they're worried about how the mountain looks. And wow, the weather is brutal up here. And oh, how's my gear looking? Is it looking okay? And oh, what about, hold on, let me fix this. And oh, wow, man, I've gone, whoa, shit, I'm way up here now, oh, shit. And he's focused on how the mountain looks and the weather condition and his gears and how far he's come back up instead of that next grab on the mountain. And oh, this path isn't perfect. And oh, man, I don't know if that mountain climber wants to make everything perfect. And it's just like us. We try so hard on making the mountain perfect, on making the journey perfect, when all we need to do is just work on ourselves and make ourselves perfect. But that's never going to happen at the end of the day. So all you can do is just work to get that 1% better. But if you're trying to make the journey perfect, you're going to complicate the journey. But if you try to make yourself perfect, or at least work on yourself, you're going to uncomplicate a lot of shit. It's not about finding yourself. It's about moving away from things. And sometimes you're putting things in your path while you're complicating the journey. Don't be that mountain climber that's more focused on the path and the angles and the descent and the climb and how far we've come and all this stuff. Just focus on the climb and work on making that next best grab the best grab you've ever ever done, the next best foothold, the most powerful one you've ever put into the side of the mountain. You know you're not going to slip off of that one. Focus on those things. And I'll leave you with this. Ask yourself, what am I complicating? What am I complicating? And better yet, what is my brain complicating? All right, keep it simple, stupid. What is my brain complicating right now? And you might be saying things like this. My perfectionist side. Oh, the perfectionist in me, I got to do it this way. Well, if you hear yourself saying that, keep it simple, stupid. Stop complicating what you're working on right now. Maybe you're saying doing and spending way too much time on tasks. Maybe something that should only take you 30 minutes ends up taking you 2 hours, and you're like, how the hell does this happen? Keep it simple, stupid. You're complicating that thing. And maybe you can just sit back and say, am I overthinking this? Am I complicating this? Should I just put this a lot more simpler? And a lot of times you realize it's just your brain overthinking about the million and one things that could happen, but 99% of the time never will happen. Things never work out how you anticipate. That mountain never looks what you thought it was going to look like once you get to the peak. So you might as well just enjoy the climb and see the path in front of you. Because if you have one eye focused on the destination and one eye focused on the path, you only have one eye focused on your way. So I'll leave you with that today. Hope those metaphors, those analogies made sense. I ain't ever heard of anybody talking about it in that way. DJ Swirl One, what do you think about keeping it simple, stupid?
You know, I like that. I like the thoughts. I don't like the word stupid in any way, shape, or form. Where I started saying to myself a while back, and I think I brought it up to one of this show or maybe the previous iteration, was I don't want to speak negative of myself in any way, shape, or form. And I don't want to call my brain stupid. My brain is just a tool. It doesn't know good or bad. I'm the one that tells it yes or no, right or wrong, left or right. And I can see the good or bad. And I'm the one that chooses to make that. I showed up to the party and popped that streamer. So I'm going to switch up your acronym for you real quick. And so just follow with me because I think we're on the same page and I think you're going to enjoy this. So first off, I'm going to keep it short and simple. And keeping it short and simple is a little bit different than keep it simple, stupid. Because first off, I know that, hey, just like we were looking at inside the chat, you have Slugbug over here talking about squirrel, right? I even said it this morning, and it's weird because I didn't really think about what this show was going to be about. But this morning I talked about the attention economy and how abundant it is in the morning and how much there is to look at and how many different shows there are. I mean, everywhere you turn, there's a Morning Joe. There's something you can tune into that's trying to grab your attention in the morning and say, hey, start your day here, please. We appreciate you being here for a lot of reasons. But one of the things that we like to do is keep it simple. You know, this last couple of weeks, I've been doing some things to try to move myself from down south up to the Chicagoland area. And I'm the only one that's doing it. It's just I'm by myself. So as I get into certain times that I've got allocated for this packing, moving, and all this other things that I might need to do, I don't have days. I've just got hours here and hours there and that kind of thing. So if I'm doing something and I'm getting involved in it, I can't be caught up going down rabbit holes while I'm working on something. And Cap talked about it a little bit. You know, if I'm getting squirreled out as I'm looking around, I see that old picture, or I see that letter, and I start reading and reminiscing, and then I'm like going through those pictures and all that. Or I see that CD, and I'm like, oh, let me listen to that for a minute. You know, all of that takes me off my course. Once I realize immediately that's happening, I have to stop. And we talked about it, reset and refocus. Put yourself back on task. You don't want to spend too much time trying to complete a task in times like that, especially with anything in life right now. You talked about the perfection attitude and how people want to get things completed and get things done. You know, I wrote down that, you know, you don't have to always get things completed when you're working on a journey and you're thinking about life as every day is just another building block on that. Sometimes what you're doing right now is done for now. Yeah, it's not completed. Yeah, it's not perfect, but hey, I'm going to break down this desk. I'm going to get it completely down. Oh man, where's the box that goes for that? I know I have the box for that. Hold on. I can't. Okay, before this is all done, that's got to go in the box. So this isn't completed till that's done. Let me go look for that box. And you'll spend 2 hours looking for a box to fix something that's only going to take you 5 minutes. When if you just continue to move on to the next task or another one, you're going to end up coming across that box. Then you put it to the side, complete what you're doing, turn around, and boom, you can use that 5 minutes. You don't get caught up in, let me go look for something that's not there. Or let me go find something that I'm not seeing. Or let me go seek out something that doesn't have anything to do with my efficiency today. That's where that perfectionist attitude comes in. A lot of people want the job completed. Sometimes it's okay to just have the job done. If you're continuing the journey and you're doing something every single day, the right person, the right tool, the right box is going to come across your path. It's going to be in the journey that you're creating. Talk about the next step or the next hold. Really what's important about that is people don't want to overcomplicate. If you know you've only got one, you talk about the free climbers out there in the world, they can't jump to the one that's over there. If they've got to move 3 inches to help get themselves all the way up, then that next hold might only be 3 inches away from where they're at. So you have to be careful of overcomplication, because what it does is it will put squirrels in your path to slow you down, to prolong the trip, to allow you to have to sit there and spend trivial time on things that doesn't have anything to do with where you're going, the destination, the journey, or how you survive it. It only has things in your mind that says, hey, this is important for now, but you have to separate that out. Keep it short and simple. Don't spend too much time on a task. And all of these things will become very clear as you continue down the journey.
I love what you're talking about, man. That's some good stuff. That's some good perspective there for sure. I got to kind of backtrack too. I started thinking about what I said as you were talking with the mountain and climbing and all that stuff. Maybe we focus on making the mountain and ourselves perfect. And maybe it's not about either. Maybe it's just about the climb. Maybe you're not even worried about making yourself perfect either. I said that in the opening and some of my thoughts, and now I've kind of started to rethink it. We focus on making the mountain perfect, making ourselves perfect, making the journey perfect, making everything about it perfect, everything we're doing. Oh my God, it's all got to be perfect. And then we never even get it done. It's just all about the climb. And if you're only focused on the mountain and yourself, you're complicating the journey. You're making it hard. But if you're just focused on the journey, then the journey's not complicated. Things start to open up because you become more open. You become more free. You start to see the right things. By doing the journey, by simply just walking, you then become better. What the hell? You got ghosts in there? What the hell's going on around there? Doggone
living, bro.
Jeepers creepers. Tell you what, the journey gets better. You get better. You become the better version of yourself by simply just being on the journey. It's not about trying to perfect yourself or perfect the journey. It's just about being on the journey. The process is the product. It's not process over product. And every motivational speaker in the world still says that. It's process over product, but nobody knows what that means. The process is the product. Showing up every day. If all you can do is swing your legs over the edge of the bed, push them into the ground, and say, all right, I'm just getting up and go to work. I don't know what that even means, but, oh, there's my list. Okay, I'm going to do that thing. Yeah, that sounds good. 150%. And then you're just getting 1% better on every single thing you're working on. And I want to share this picture real quick. Let me pop it up over here. You were just talking about the mountain climbers and how they don't go up the mountain and they can't just leap and just jump and grab here and there and everywhere. It's very, very calculated. And one of my favorite free solo climbers, if you don't know about Alex Honnold, you are an absolute living under a rock. I don't know what you're doing. However, this is one of my favorite pictures of him. And this is when he climbed the Dawn Wall and El Cap, free soloed it. So he's got no climbing gear on right now. Whoa, hey, how's it going? No climbing gear on right now. And so if he messes up at all, it's all the way down to that greenery you see below. And the greenery you see below is the base of Yellowstone National Park. He's up like 2,000 feet. I don't even know. It's more than a mile or less than a mile, but he's way the hell up there right now. And he's got his hands in this little crack. This little crack. This is one of the hardest pitches. That's what they call it. Pitch. I got so into mountain climbing for the longest time when I found out about Alex Honnold. I would never do some shit like this. This is insane. But he can't just jump through that thing. And he's got to think about every little movement. And when he moves, he moves. Like, he gets to climb and he don't sit there and think about it and freak out. But he's calculated in every move, and he's moving, and that's all he's thinking about. And there's drones flying around him, and obviously there's somebody on the mountain taking pictures and videoing him, and he's just focused on the climb. Not worried about how the mountain looks, not worried about the sun coming around the dawn wall, not worried about his camera team, not worried about his girlfriend, worried about him in the van in the picture that you can't even see right now. He's just focused on his climb. That's what I'm talking about. The mountain climber, not worried about anything else but just that next handhold. Shout out Alex Honnold. Oh boy. Oh boy.
If everybody just took their days a little bit more serious, like that guy takes that climb, because truly every day is a climb. And if you literally looked at every step, every interaction, every move you made as this really matters, I guarantee you would think twice about the way you look at somebody, or the way you say something to somebody, or the way you let somebody in or out of a line. You would probably do more of the things that go, oh, wow, this is a good handhold. This is the right handhold. Oh man, I'm kind of going on a limb right here. This may not be very sturdy. That's the one thing that people don't understand, is that every day we get up. That's why I started the show the same way. We're giving you the fuel to forge through your day. A lot of people don't even think about these kind of things first thing in the morning. The first thing they think about is, oh, what time is my meeting today? Or where am I going to get my coffee at? Or, oh my gosh, I got all these things to do. I don't have enough time. When am I going to get the time? And all of a sudden they are already, like Capp has said a million times, they're already thinking about 5 o'clock tonight, and they haven't even seen 7 o'clock in the morning yet. That's such a scary predicament to be in, because when you're thinking about that, you can't be on the side of that mountain trying to trudge along with no wires, which is what life is right now. None of us have any wires on us. We're going through life, and truly you're driving, like Capp said, a 4,000-pound machine across the, with no wires. And you got people everywhere doing the same thing. You're in danger all day long, but you perceive it as not being dangerous. You are scaling a big ass mountain every single day, but you don't think about every move like they're calculated, like it matters, like it's really important. Like, today is the only day I have. I need to hit the gym. I need to hit my finances right. I got to pay that bill. I got to do all the things that make me tick, because tomorrow, if I happen to make it, I'm going to have to keep climbing, and I'm going to need all those things tomorrow to make it happen. So think about that before you move along. A lot of people don't even think about their day like it's a mountain, but truly they're over there climbing it without any gear.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. Take life as serious as Alex Honnold takes his climbs. Man, that's some shit to just drop on you right there. Just, are you going through life like that? Or are you just, woe is me, whatever, I'm just going, this is that? Are you just locked the fuck in, and every move has purpose? Everything you do is getting you closer to that ultimate goal. Even though you don't know how far that goal is, you're still doing the 4 or 5 things. You're still focused in on every single moment, even though it might be just a little 1%, and other times it's a 20%, and other times it's a 50%. At least you're still always working on the 4 or 5 things. And if you can just laser focus into that, and surround your life and surround yourself with people who are also working on their 4 or 5 things and just trying to get better in every single area, you're going to start having synergies, and paths are going to start cross, and things are going to start working out good. I mean, I think about it with the phone booth pod boys last night too. I mean, we had so many good conversations, and Ted always jokes now. He would have never in a million years thought to connect with anybody like me. He said, man, yeah, backwards hat wearing, fucking chain wearing, piece of shit. Fuck you, douchebag. Like, he always laughs about it now. He's like, I would have never guessed. I would have had some of these conversations, and you think the way you do. And I think about, that's how we all think in the world, man. Yeah, I dress like a fuck boy. So what? That's my vibe. That's what I got. Deal with it, chicken suckers. That is what it is. I wear my blue glasses on the show. I like to catch a vibe. Shut the hell up. I don't give a damn. But it's funny that we pass that judgment on so many people, and that might be the smartest person we've ever met. That might be the person that opens the next door for us. That might be the next right person, and we just pass judgment because of how they look or how they sound or whatever it might be. So I don't know. Just some more thoughts, man. This has been a damn good conversation so far here this morning.
I love it. I do. It's definitely thought provoking. And you talk about people, and I was talking to somebody yesterday about it. As I'm going around Chicago, I'm trying to test Capp's theory, smiling at people, looking at people, trying to be that. Bro, I have literally had people look at me like,
oh yeah, they want to punch you in the face, bro.
They are. And
you thought I was lying.
I looked at this dude as he looked at me like as he walked by, and he just.
Oh, you thought I was lying, cousin? I ain't lying.
And it's funny. So you have to be the light because, you know, the person I was talking to on the phone yesterday says, you know what, that's the problem with the world today. Everybody's so afraid of everybody, friend or foe. I was like, don't they realize we're all the same? Literally, there's no difference in that person or me. And a lot of people, and that's, again, goes back to, hey, what do you do for a living? Just so they can show you what level of respect to give you or whether to give you respect at all. That's why they look at people who don't have anything and try not pacify them, trying to let them do. I tell you what, I always say, by the grace of God, there go I. So I'm going to promise you, if there's somebody out there that's homeless or whatever, I'm trying to help. I'm giving them that pizza. I'm handling whatever I can to give them. And again, I'm not trying to enable anybody, but who am I to say that that's not an angel testing me at that moment? Who am I to say that that's not God testing me and saying, look, if you really have a heart of abundance and you really think so, and you think that $5 in your pocket is so damn important, you think it's so important to you, it means the world to that person over there. And that's why you got to look at every interaction and everything you do like it's so damn important, because it's all a test. And maybe you're not getting tested by the Most High, but you know it yourself. You feel that. You know what's right and what's wrong. So when you are testing yourself in those, do you have the gumption, the cojones, if you will, to do the right thing, even when you're thinking, man, I don't know if I can give that last $5, or I don't know if this is worth my time, or man, I don't know, the last time this happened, I wasted my time. You know what? Sometimes you just got to let it fly, let it go, keep it short and simple. It's a quick lesson and you'll learn something from it.
I've noticed, man, that the only people in this area, in the Chicagoland area, the greater Chicagoland area, north suburbs, south suburbs, western suburbs, in the city, wherever the fuck you want to go, the only people who appreciate what we bring to the world in this area are waiters and waitresses, bartenders, and hospitality people. The amount of appreciation I've received, I've had waiters and waitresses sit down with me and almost start crying because of just saying it. Hey, what's up, Alex? Thanks for coming to the table. We appreciate you. You've been crushing the damn game all day. Who are you? Why are you? What's going on? What's up with you? Nothing. This is just the energy I bring. Ask Mama Capp. Me and Mama Capp go out to breakfast, and I'm fucking baby. Everybody's waitress sits down. What? Why are you so happy? What's going on? I'm alive. Everything's great. And we know that probably everybody else at every fucking other table in your section right now is treating you like a big piece of shit because they got to sit in line and it's packed in First Watch today. And it's going to take me longer to get my $1 million bacon. And oh, she didn't put my boost in my green machine drink. Oh, what a bitch. We know that that's how everybody is operating. So why the fuck would I add to that? Why would I put more frogs on your plate? You got shit going on. You're just trying to survive. You're just trying to put food on your table. And I've been in this exact game. I've been in your shoes. And I know how bad you want to get off of this fucking shift and go bang a bloody and just say, fuck it all. And they start laughing. And then they start smiling a little bit that I hadn't seen the whole fucking time. And I'm telling you what, they appreciate it so much. And then you find that token person. Like at the gym, I found a few people. You find those few people, but it's hard up here. And I really started to realize just the energy up here and how easy it is to just play into it and just drag your knuckles with them. And you know what? Fuck you too, asshole. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. You know what? Fuck you all. And then just start shutting out the world and start getting pissed off at the world, start hating everybody. And that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be the light, regardless of what anybody else is doing. You're supposed to bring the love, spread peace, positivity everywhere you go. And there's a lot of people up here that, oh, you're toxically positive. Oh, how are you always so positive, dude? And then there's the one person, whoa, you just walked in and you got like an aura around you. Well, you were like beaming when you walked in here. What the hell? Who are you? I've had multiple people say that to me. So if you haven't, maybe it's time to change how you walk into the room. Because everybody has that aura. Everybody has that energy. just choose not to use it?
It's because people feel like a little embarrassed. They don't want to be outside their comfort zone. It's not comfortable to be all excited, especially when they think they're faking it. Because a lot of people think, oh, you're being so fake. Well, guess what? The whole fake it till you make it thing, it's funny. If you just consider yourself faking it every day, you stay positive, sooner or later, it's just going to become natural and you're just going to be that guy. It's funny at first. Yeah, it might feel a little weird. Hey, am I great? No, I'm not very good, but I'm going to just tell this guy I'm great. See what happens. Just the interaction you get from somebody else just by saying something different will change your mind, will change your situation, will change the conversation. And now all of a sudden you leave that going, wow, that felt pretty good. That was easy. Let me try that again. And then you do it one more time. You do it one more time. And then all of a sudden it doesn't feel so awkward. And now every time you turn up, you go up in front of somebody, you realize that in truth, you are actually being 100% real. You are terrific. Because if you look around at everybody's hating life right now. And if you can at least look somebody in the eye and say, hey, guess what? I'm alive. I'm about to come to your establishment and have some lunch. I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm hungry. Let's go. Why wouldn't you be excited about that? Why can't you be great? Why can't you be amazing? Why can't you be excited about sitting down and waiting for 20, 30 minutes so you can get some good service? Those people that are in line that are bitching or crying or whatever, they just don't have enough to occupy their time. They don't have enough people to talk to next to them that are going to keep their attention going with a good conversation. Or maybe they're so scared of themselves that they can't spend 5-10 minutes outside just staring at the sky and being grateful about who they are and what they're about to eat.
Man, what a combo this morning. Jeepers creepers. Everyone hates life right now. Oh, boy. Man, oh, man. Hey, I hope you all got some good notes out there this morning. We could keep going on this topic for a whole nother hour, for crying out loud. But we got more show to get into, and I feel like the conversation is just going to keep getting hotter and hotter and hotter. So you might want to find your nearest fire extinguisher. Maybe also hit a repost, hit a quote post, let the people know that it is getting wild in here. The perspective bombs are flying as we get ready to exit our seats on the proverbial perspective train and get into the proverbial insightful boat. And we begin to surf the waves of knowledge in the open ocean blue as we get into your second segment of the day. It is your Reaction Refinery. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time for episode 653 on this beautiful Thursday morning, January the 23rd, 2025. Hope you've been coming alive, but just in case you're not, we got more coming your way. This is now your second segment of the day, your Reaction Refinery. And we got 4 clips coming your way, some real powerful ones. Can't wait to talk about them. Can't wait to get more perspective on them. So no hesitation, no delay. Let's get right into it, baby. First clip of the day. I found this one a long time ago. It's been a few months now. And sometimes when I'm going through my Facebook saves, I just have a boatload of them. Most of the time they're for the morning laugh, but every once in a while I find a good little bit of perspective and I totally forget about it. And then I come across it. Holy shit. That right there. So this morning, a young man, content creator, entrepreneur, podcaster, everything in between, who goes by the name of Matt Cracks with a Z, Matt Cracks. He is here this morning to give us some perspective on the priceless pancake.
$1 pancake. Okay. No, like a pancake worth $1. Okay. Make a $10 pancake. Okay, it's a $10 pancake. Those look kind of fluffy. $100 pancake. Damn, it has caviar? $1,000 pancake. Oh my god. Wait, this one looks insane. $1 million pancake. Yo. Now $1 billion pancake, more exaggerated. Oh my god, he's in space eating pancakes. Last one, what about a priceless pancake? Damn. One of my friends sent me this and he told me to react to it to make a TikTok on it. I actually thought it was gonna be funny, but Man, this really hits at home, bro. Like, if you guys didn't know, I lost my mom in 2021. And man, I would do anything to try her cooking again, her breakfasts. Yeah, man, it really is priceless.
I'd like to try his mom's fucking breakfast too, dude. I'm down, bro. It sounds like she made some fire. Let's go. I'm in. He's right, though. That's priceless. You know what's funny? All those pancakes look the same to me. None of them look like I wouldn't pay you $100 for that $100 pancake. I tell you what, the best pancakes I ever had costed like $7. They were a little fluffy, thick ones like this. Didn't cost me much at all. It was the most amazing ones I've ever had in my life. Came from the weirdest place you'd ever thought of, too. But I will tell you, that's right. That is priceless. It's the moments. It's those times. That's why I got all excited when I told you guys I got that cool recipe book from my grandma. My grandma's still around right now, but she don't cook no more, right? And she used to cook all the time. And even now, I would love to have my grandma make me some red chili, some pozole, some tamales, or some enchiladas, or whatever it might be. But you know what's great is when she gave me that recipe book, it's priceless. You know why? Because those are the recipes. And if you follow those in cursive, like she wrote them, you're going to make those priceless recipes. You know what else? Those are things that I can take on and give to my kin, and they can just keep moving it on to generations. So talk about priceless. Man, do something like that for your life. Make sure that you understand the moments you spend with your son, your daughter, your wife, your mother, your Grammy P. Don't Grammy P. That those are priceless moments. And those are things that when that time comes, hey, you don't have to keep it short and simple. Just take your time.
Yeah, 150%. I was talking with GP on Sunday, and I had something come up, and I was kind of rushed towards the end. And we got off the phone, and I took care of whatever, and I called her back. I said, hey, sorry, I didn't mean to be rushed like that. I don't ever want to be rushed with you. Oh, you didn't need to call me back. I said, I know I didn't, but I just felt that I was rushed, and I didn't want to be rushed off the end of the phone. I just forgot something. I'm good now. Everything's straight. We still ended up talking for another 20 minutes, right? And then ended the conversation. No big deal. Those are the moments that are priceless to me. And this pancake thing really hits home to me because, you know, my grandpa Walt, he's no longer with me. I lost him. Well, I didn't lose him. He's still with me every single day. I hate when people say that. But it was 3 years ago now. Almost 4 years ago. Oh, boy. And every single Saturday morning growing up as a kid, we used to make pancakes together. And what I would do to just have one more Saturday, one more round of pancakes. But I've also never had anybody come over to my house and have my pancakes and not say, what the hell do you do? How do you do this? Hey, that's a Walt Stroker special right there. You don't know nothing.
Priceless pancake, bitch.
That's priceless. That's priceless. You don't know nothing about that.
Hey, who needs millionaire bacon when you got a priceless pancake, bro?
Like, how do you do that around the edges? I've never seen that on a pancake. And that is just, hey, I can't tell you I'd have to kill you, but I'm just telling you, I'm just going to keep this stuff rocking. I've been doing it since I was 6 years old with old Grandpa Walt, baby, and Grandma Eunice used to get so fucking mad at us. Oh, we'd make those things in the morning, and then she'd come running out of the bathroom after she'd get ready. Oh, you made those pancakes again. You got oil all over my backsplash. And she'd be scrubbing the backsplash and all the stuff. She was kind of a neat freak. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out Grandma Eunice if you're still out there.
Hey, don't let that recipe die with you, bro.
Oh, it will not. It will not. Who's to say, who's to know? Just gotta find me somebody of the opposite sex first in order for that not to happen. Who's to say?
What a pain in the ass this is, huh?
You already checked the box, bro. I mean, you're good. You've reproduced. What the fuck am I doing? You know, I haven't checked the box yet. I was real close to having a fuck up at 18, but I didn't have a fuck up.
Now. I
God had bigger plans.
Spend money and travel. Let's go.
Fuck. I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Oh, man, I could tell you stories for days right now. I mean, Cap, why are you single? Brothers, sisters, let me, you know, I could write a fucking book the way this shit's going right now.
You don't want to know. I'm the same.
Boy, oh boy. And the whole thing you talked about, the angel and being tested. I had one of those moments a while back ago with a woman. Dude, I'm telling you, things are weird out there right now. But we ain't talking about Caps.
Remember, I don't know if I told you guys about that. I don't mean to prolong this, but dude, I'm telling you, there's something about me in shoes. I'm not saying like I like shoes, but I'm saying that I walk and do things and I see pairs of shoes that have been abandoned together. They're always in certain weird places. And I keep saying I need to just start taking pictures of all these and just like making a collage. And I just need to do it. I passed some the other day in Miami. I saw some when I was down in Florida last year. I saw some the other day when I was in North Dakota. And these are just like pairs just hanging out. Somebody left them, and it's so weird. So I don't know if they're like angels just saying, hey, we're still here watching you. We're because it's always in like weird times when I'm like by myself and I'm really in deep thought, and I look over and there's a pair of shoes just kind of looking at me. It's kind of interesting. So I don't know. Could be, could not be. Who's to say? Who's to know? But yeah, I still pray every time I see one. Like, all right, I see you.
Mine are pennies. That for me are pennies. Anytime I find pennies, who's to say? Who's to know?
Kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some good stuff. The priceless pancake. Shout out Matt Cracks. Great perspective there this morning. Clip number 2, my friends, has just as much perspective, a little bit different perspective, but it is smack you in the soul type of stuff. And I saw it a while back ago. I actually had it saved in my mindset. And as I was working on the show last night, I was going through my DMs on Instagram, and I saw that you had sent this to me, Swirl One, and this was the video that you were referencing on the show yesterday. And I thought, well, shit, we might as well just bring this doggone sucker to the show and might as well just really put it out into the world, because I thought it was rather interesting. There's $100,000 reference in there. And right when I started to put that out into the world is when I found that clip. So, my friends, here is a little life-changing business advice.
Struggling artists.
Get a job.
Wow.
Everything in the music industry costs.
Come on.
Let me tell y'all something, artists. Nothing in this industry is organic. Nothing in this industry it's not a talent show. It's a business. Why does McDonald's sell more hamburgers than every other hamburger company? Do they have the best hamburger?
No. Hell no.
Are McDonald's hamburgers real hamburger?
They're not even.
So why do they sell billions of them if they know that they're not real hamburgers? Why does McDonald's sell billions of burgers and we know if we ate this every day for a month, it would kill us? They're selling killer hamburgers. And when you realize why McDonald's sells more hamburgers than every other hamburger company in the world, you'll realize why your music career is not doing shit.
Marketing
because
dollars.
McDonald's is promoted and marketed on a whole nother level. You know what a number one is before you go in the building.
Right.
So imagine this person having this amazing product, this amazing song, but nobody knows it exists. That's why your shit's not going. It's not because you can't rap good. It's not because your song ain't jamming. And a lot of artists, we get in our head like, oh, if I rap like this, they gonna fuck with it. No, they're not.
Yeah.
If you don't promote it, they're not fucking with it. So you have quality, but nobody knows about it. You mean to tell me that you want me to pay millions of dollars for something that God gave you? Because if you're talented, God gave it to you for free, and you ain't found a way to make $100 out of it yet? Bullshit. You're not even willing to put your own money into it first. And you want me to put you trying to scam me, my dog. You want me to put up my 100,000, you won't put up 100 in your shit, but your shit so motherfucking hard. How you about to make me some money? You ain't made you no money, bitch ass nigga. It's a business. And once you realize that this is a business and start treating it like it's a business, it'll start paying you like it's a business.
That's a powerful statement,
For
man.
MLK, Monday, Fabo.
That's some powerful ass shit right there. Some real powerful stuff. When you start realizing why McDonald's sells burgers, killer burgers, you start changing everything. And, you know, that's kind of the reason why you've seen an uptick in a lot of my content. You've seen my face out on the timeline a lot more. You've seen a lot more clips. You've seen tons of different things, because it's time to focus on me. It's time to focus on this. And if anybody takes it as a selfish or a this or a that, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Because I work too damn hard and we bring too much value to the world for people not to know about this. And I'm not going to pussyfoot around and fucking and not promote it and not talk about it. Yesterday, 2 days ago in the damn locker room, I must have handed out 15 fucking business cards, for crying out loud. Will any of them show up? I don't know. Maybe one of them does. But that's the risk I'm willing to play. And I know how they won't show up if I don't hand them a business card. And then maybe that one person like Vince goes in, investigates the Diamond Hand Media Group, and tells me some advice that I need to hear. The right thing that I need to hear at the exact right moment. So, man, don't be afraid to promote it. Don't be afraid to do what's right for you. And, man, when you started talking about the 100,000, and you know, Swirl One, how much we've put into this and how much I've put in multiple thousands of dollars, maybe not all the way to 100,000, but tens of thousands at this point in time. And we're getting real close to hundreds of thousands. And I still do it every single day. I still bet on it every single day. I will never give up. I will never turn away from it. And that's how I know something's about to happen. Who's to say, who's to know?
I spent about $100,000 on GAC at least. I would think
pretty fucking close. I'm pretty
sure I'm there. It's been a lot. So I know exactly the pain, and I know exactly where the journey is leading me. So I'm just going to continue to keep pushing forward. You talk about promoting. That's why I always say, hey, share the post, send it out, do those kind of things. And hey, right now I'm staying low key on some of the things I'm doing behind the scenes, but because I'm ready to promote it in a bigger way, I want to bring it out full quality and not just a little piecemeal here. So somebody looks and says, oh, I like your little project. I like your little podcast. I like your little business. No. It's the real. It's something I'm really putting a lot of effort into. And that's everything in my life right now. Those 4 or 5 things have not gotten less. They've only gotten more attention. And there'll be some great things that come out of it. And it's not going to be easy, but I know this along the way, I'm going to find the people. I'm going to find the tools. I'm going to find the things that are going to open up those doors. We're in a brand new era, all kinds of things. It's 2025, brand new leadership. You got brand new world. You got an awakening of things. You got the truth starting to come out everywhere. If you can't capitalize on yourself in this economy, in this world, at this time period, my friends, you are being absolutely lazy.
Straight facts. Great stuff. Great perspective there on the second clip of the day. A little life-changing business advice for you, baby. How about your third clip of the day? This one features a legendary individual, a man who has put in tons of time serving our nation. Shout out to the one and only Max Dutton. He is a gunnery sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. Semper Fi, Marine. Appreciate you defending our country and our freedoms. Love me a good gunny. Because, the gunnies, they've been around the block a time or two. Grandpa Walt, he was a sergeant in the Marines, and he always told me, he said, you watch out. You ever see a gunny, you ask him something. They'll give you some type of good advice. I said, all right. So I come across Max Dutton a little while ago. And this guy here, ooh, boy, he brings some perspective bombs. And this morning, Max is joining us. Gunnery Sergeant Max Dutton is joining us to give us some perspective on the problem with today's kids.
They're walking around wearing $300 backpacks. They're walking around wearing, $200 slippers, $300 slippers. Half of them on food stamps. Families on food stamps. Half of them, you've been out to those houses out there in Pompano Beach. Tiny little houses, bro. You open a door, it's got 1 living room, 2 bedrooms on each side. Wow, that's the whole house. Tiny kitchen. Everything they own packed in. With $300 shoes. Or $500 Lacoste backpack. Because that's what they think about. They get brainwashed to thinking about nothing but image. Kid comes up, well, how much money can you make? How much money can you make? They don't think about who they want to be. They just think about how they can just make more money. They don't think about what they want to achieve. They don't think about impact on the world. They don't think about impact in their own lives. They don't think about achieving an actual objective outside of just trying to get wealthy. And they think that wealth is going to come from something random or something impossible or something very unlikely.
Bro, it's so true. The world today is about that. What can you give me? What am I going to get out of it? What utility do you have? It's been 3 or 4 years. And, it doesn't matter what you look at. People are always going to say, gimme, gimme. And that's the thing that I think is different about this show and about Diamond Hand Media Group and about myself, GACC. We continue to give. And I was thinking about this the other day. We got to obviously switch and do some pivoting to make our businesses continue to thrive. But until that, we're really still giving every day. We're giving our time, our attention, we're giving our efforts, we're giving all of the things that we have, our intellect, to be able to kind of try to make you guys better, make ourselves better in the process. But what he just said is a big deal. People always say, hey, how much money can you make from that? Well, if you ask me and Cap right now, how much money you make from podcasting, you wouldn't think it's
millions, bro. There's a money tree behind the screen.
You wouldn't think it's that glamorous. But, people glorify being a YouTuber and that, but you realize that the Mr. Beast of the world, there's a reason there's only one, right? There's only one K.I.S.S. It's the same thing. So what I'm saying is this, he's absolutely right. It's not about what you can gain monetarily from whatever you're doing. It's the person that it makes you, how it makes you feel, the impact it leaves on others. And the more you do of that, and this is the quote again, the more you help everybody get what they get, the more you're going to get what you get or what you want. I promise you that happens. It might take longer than you want, and it might take a lot more investment than you see everybody else putting in. But when I tell you the Brinks truck is coming, it is coming.
Man. I was listening to Sarasani last night. Shout out John Sarasani. He's back in the game. He had got banned off of Instagram and shit, and because he was just speaking too much truth and telling people how to escape the matrix and absolutely crushing the game. And he's back on now, and he's back to making his really good content. And he was talking last night about, and he said, you young cats, late 20s, early 20s, 30s, you're on the consistent, persistent pursuit. You're trying to do your thing right now. To be the guy you want to be by 30 and 40, retired, that whole thing. Listen to me right now. He started talking about this exact thing of you got to stop worrying about trying to be wealthy and look wealthy and trying to be the same as all these people on social media because they're lying. Nobody has 15 fucking Bugattis. That's not fucking possible. Your buddy who works at the fucking whatever XYZ corporation in the city is not making $3 million a year unless he's the motherfucking CEO of the company and he's been tenured for 70 fucking years. He's not making $3 million a year. Fuck, he's not even sniffing $100,000, and they live in this whole life and going on boats and all of this shit. You know what? Here's the thing. $100,000 is a lot of fucking money, but it's not a lot of fucking money once you start spending it. It's not a lot of money if you don't know how to fucking use it and turn it into 2 and into 3 and into 5 and into $1 million and into 10. And in this next clip, we'll start to talk about that. You know, people don't think like $300,000 is a lot of money anymore. And sure, it's fucking not if you don't fucking utilize it, right? And you don't know how to, if you're still in the Starbucks line, if you're still, what are you going to do? You're going to get that 300,000 dropped in your lap and still doing the exact same things? Can't wait to go to Sephora. Can't wait to go over to the Buckle and get a bunch of new clothes. Can't wait to go put a car on lease and put down 20,000 of that 70,000 you made. Like, what are we talking about? This whole thing, it's all fake. And especially if you think somebody in NFT land or Web3 land is an astute millionaire or billionaire with, well, besides Swirl One. It's like, but we're talking about
from NFTs or crypto.
yeah. We're talking about people who try
kind of crypto, but
NFTs and all this shit, and they're so smart and all this stuff. And they talk about how much money they have and what they drive and what the clothes they wear. Same fucking guy I showed yesterday, Gavin. What's his nuts? It's that type of people. Stay away from those type of people, man. That is the problem. We're glorifying wealth instead of glorifying growth. Glorifying paychecks instead of glorifying fulfillment. That's where the problem is. Who's to say, who's to know? Damn, great perspective. Gunnery Sergeant Max Dutton, we appreciate you, good sir. Doesn't that guy look like he could just fucking...
Bro, he has fucked some people up. What are you talking about?
He looks like he could kick a fucking hole in an elephant.
That dude's got some skeletons.
That boy is a dough. He has put some time in. Shout out to you, Max. Fourth and final clip of the day, my friends. It's going to play real well into what we were just talking about. And I just happened to come across it last night as I was scrolling through some reels. I got no idea who any of these people are. I think this podcast even is based out of Africa. I don't even know. They have thick African dialect, but they still speak English. But it is some damn great, amazing perspective on the mindset of a millionaire.
If I give you 10 million now, you are not a millionaire. You have millions.
Yes.
A millionaire is who you are. Millions is what you have. Hey! When you understand the way this works, so if you are a 5 million naira person and I give you 20 million, until that 20 million becomes 5 million, your brain will not work. You will waste it, you will give people, you will buy what you don't need. When you remain 5 million, you say, what do I do with this money? That's when your brain will start working. If you are a 10 million person and I give you 1 million, that money will go to 10 million.
Straight up.
Bro, I'm telling you, I said it yesterday. You know, it's funny. If I were to give somebody my bank accounts, they would immediately spend it all. And it's not that much money, truly, but they would spend it all. That's why I always say, hey, if you were to switch bank accounts with Elon, what would happen? You would immediately find out what you could buy. But if you looked at Elon and you paid attention to what he's doing, He hasn't spent any money, I'm sure, because he's like me and a lot of others. They don't put the money in there so they can go on spending sprees. No, what they're doing is creating that win. It's creating that currency. And that currency is really just nothing but a number to them at a certain point. It's what it is to me. And here's the other thing, and I'll go back to Mr. Rugger yesterday. There was one thing he did say that was right. And that is, these guys don't have billions of dollars in cash just sitting in a bank or, just hanging out. Now, don't get me wrong. Rappers do put money in safes, and that's still a waste of your time and money, because it's not going up in value. You know why? The people that are actually really making the moves, they understand that money is a tool, and that money can help them get more tools. And if they continue to put it in these vehicles that I talk about all the time, the better it is. $100 million on 5% a year will make you more than most people will ever see in their lifetime. So that's what they think. They think, hey, I've already made it to this point. Let me set up my next kids, my next generation, or let me fund that next business, or let me fund my next vision, which is going to take X amount of dollars to do so. They don't walk around with, hundreds of thousands sitting in their pocket, willing to just go and put down on whatever Corvette they see, or buy the Louis Vuitton belt, or whatever it might be. They're not spending anything. As a matter of fact, they're looking for ways to not spend, not Uber Eats, not do these things. They're trying to buy back their time. They're spending money on things that help them be more efficient, which is the difference. People are out there spending money to make themselves look like they're rich and famous, when the rich and famous are just trying to be more efficient with their time so they can make more of this.
Those who are not rich and famous are spending money to try and look rich and famous. And those who are rich and famous are spending money to try and disappear and not appear rich and famous. Boy, what a crazy thought that is. And what did Bun B say in that rap? He said, racks stuffed inside the mattress, and you be the dumbest motherfucker ever born if you're sitting around believing that shit. You just got racks on racks. Oh, great, man. That what's that paper doing for you? That is just sitting there, just hanging out.
You can't spend it. Once you spend it at a certain time, I'm telling you, you get people flagged. You start walking in with 20, 30, 40 grand trying to hand it. They've got to fill out this little form. It's called an 8300 form. Look that up real quick and figure out that even if you have hundreds of $1,000s, you can only spend it so much at a time. So you still can't go and buy whatever you want with your racks on racks on racks.
Bingo. And why do you think they all buy the same vehicles and all do the same things and put their money in the same areas? Probably because they're all fucking tax write-offs, and probably because they got to figure out how to move around their fucking money because they can't spend all the money at once and they don't want to get smoked on taxes.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Boy, everybody just thinks you just become rich and life goes on easy mode. Like, oh, I got a supercar, I got a mansion, there's no extra cost that goes into this stuff. Life just gets easier. It's not more money, more problems. More money, everything goes away.
Wrong.
Jeepers fucking creepers. Who's to say who's yeah.
Pressure, bro.
Keep trying to be rich. Don't kid yourself, kids. Who's to say who's to know? There's your 4 clips of the day, my friends. The mindset of a millionaire, the problem with today's kids, life-changing business advice, and the priceless pancake. Woohoo! That was a reaction refinery today. Hell yeah! Hope you're feeling those vibes. Hope you got some more notes. Hope your brain has grown in a couple of sizes. Because, my friends, there were your first 2 segments of the day. And it's time to get into the third and final segment, where we connect with you, the live viewer. And if you got something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you've had some triggers tripped over the course of the last hour or so, well, now is your opportunity to drop those thoughts right over there live in prime time in the chat. And I've been seeing a lot of people with their gears turning over there all morning long. So after this brief transition, we will jump live into the chat and see what the people got to say as we get into the third and final segment of the day. It is your Answers from the Anvil. Man, I just looked out the window. I didn't realize how much snow we got overnight, boy.
Last night? Oh, I know. I didn't realize it until I did this morning. I didn't want to be your weatherman this morning, so I on purpose did not say anything about it, but I did see it.
Appreciate that. I just pissed myself off, so it's okay. That's nice. That's nice. Now, hold on. I got it. Hold on. All right. I had to fix the old curtains there. Now I got doggone light coming in. Okay. My friends, here we are. Third and final segment of the day. Damn, I can turn this little fan off now. I get a little chilly in here. Doggone. Man, it is cold outside. Let's bring a little heat to wrap up this show up. Real nice and neat. This is the segment of the day, Answers from the Anvil, where we see what you have got to say. So it is time to shift us up on the screen. DEEZY. There it is. Let's see what's going on out there in the chat this morning. Jared Albright, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Great morning, everyone. Update on the cat situation. The cats made it home. They are coned. They've been acting cray-cray. They're on them good drugs. Yeah, they be walking all sideways and shit and fucking just all fucking.
I had a problem with my internet this morning, and I tried to reply to him this morning, and it says this comment has failed to post.
Bummer.
It's a great morning. Cats as high as I am. Let's fucking go.
Shout out, Jared. I'll be driving this AM, so don't mind my silence. I'm here listening. Shout out to you, man. We love you. Appreciate you being live in prime time as always. And Donnie GM, great morning to you, and Donnie GM peeps. She says, great morning, Aunt Donnie. Mama Cap, Kim Jones, hey, hi, how you doing? Make it a great day, FNF crew. Right back at you, Mama Bear. Appreciate you tuning in. Jeff Oglesby, the man, the myth, legend, Mr. Damascus himself, GM. Great morning, Jeff. Hope you're having a solid start to the day down there in Missouri. Angel SD, one of our many West Coast connections. Great morning, FNF crew. Great morning, Mr. Peguero. Shout out to you and the entire Peguero fam. We appreciate the hell out of all of you. Nick's Travel Vlogs. Great morning, Nicky boy. GM. Let's crush the day. Hashtag positivity matters. It sure does. And if you can't be positive, just be neutral. How you doing? Shout out, Nick. We appreciate you, guy. Grammy P, GP, great morning, GP, great morning, family. What a terrific show last night. I thought so myself. GP sent me a text 11 o'clock last night. She was texting me in all caps. Shout out, GP. I love you. Blessings to all. Blessings right back to you, GP. We love you. Can't wait to get some updates on Friday. Who's say, who's no? I'm excited for you. Woo, I'm so excited for you. Who's say, who's no? You know, Swirl One. Who's
I'm familiar.
You know. Brian Live Dog Livingston, shout out. Live Doggy, Doggy Dog. GM Diamond Handers, simply pick a positive to outweigh the negative on a minute-to-minute basis. It works. You know, he's a hardwood hauling humming being. He's not a grammatical expert. All right. Give him a break. That should be WEIGH, but no problem. As if you were trying to be a little confused out there at home and you went outweigh. What does that even outweigh? Huh? WEIGH. No problem. You're in a hurry. You're hauling hardwood. We get it. Live dog. We love you, big.
You could also say get the negative out the way, bro. It works for me.
To get out the way then. Yeah, that's true. It would have to be worded a little way, but I understand.
No, it's just Spanish. They just flipped it around. You know?
That's right. You know, that's a very good point. Hey, you know what? Okay, don't mind what I'm saying. Just listen to Swirl One. Shout out Live Dog. We appreciate you. JK Big Time, GM everyone, crush the day, he says, as always. He's even got him a little crush the day graphic now he's been putting out there on the timeline. Shout out Big Time. We see you, man. Shout out to you. Slugbug, morning, y'all. Great morning, Slugbug. Great to see you. Hope you and the fam are having a solid start to the day. Sorry if we messed up any connections or relationships for you right off the jump there on the show. Our sincerest apologies. We'll still be around to be your friends if you just lost all of the ones you shared the show with. So who's to say, who's to know? Shout out Slugbug. Morning, y'all. Who else we got, D's? Bella Rossi, the beautiful Mama Snow. Fantastic morning, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great day right back at you. Appreciate you tuning in, Mama Snow, as always. Slugbug, keep it simple, squirrel. Keep it simple, swirl. Keep it simple, squirrel. K.I.S.S, because life gets nuts. Who's to say, who's to know? I like that. Shout out to you, Slugbug. GM says JM. Great morning, JM. DHMG fam. Happy Thursday. Sending PLP to all you legends. Right back at you, good sir. Shout out to you being live in the chat. Mr. Metal, one half of the Metal Crazies. Great morning, y'all. Remember, along your journey to always reflect along the way. Reflect on the good, bad, and the ugly sides of it all. There are good days and bad days, but you are in control of it all. Shout out, Mr. Metal. Great perspective, my man. Good stuff this morning. What else we got out there, D's? JK Big Time. Sometimes you got to just take a break and shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off, ooh, ooh, shake it off, ooh, ooh. Shout out JK big time. Life is not that serious. It's an experience. So master the ability to smile and enjoy the ride. That is a hell of a thing to master. Just smile and enjoy the ride. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Kim Jones, Mama Cat, be the light. That's right. Everywhere you go, just shine so bright they don't know what time of day it is. And Donnie, Delta 24. Okay, then. Next time I'm at your place, I expect pancakes. Hey, I can make it happen.
I'm surprised you haven't done that yet.
No problem. What do you mean?
Like, she's been at your house a ton. I'm surprised you haven't made these pancakes.
Well, yeah, but it ain't really been a breakfast setting, so maybe we'll have to make it a breakfast setting because we went out to breakfast.
Breakfast to have the world's best pancakes.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be. I like breakfast for dinner sometimes.
Just trying to stick up for you, Aunt Donnie. I got your back.
All right. Fine. Shots fired. I'll make doggone pancakes next time you're over here. Who's to know? Chris Oswald. Great morning, everyone. Have a spectacular Thursday. Have an awesome day, Diamond Hand fam. Shout out to you. Chris Oswald. We appreciate you, guy. Hope you're having a solid start to the day. Who else we got out there? There he is, the Diamond Hand Media Group Silverback Gorilla, Shane Harper, a.k.a. Motion. Great morning, family. It's impossible to reach your destination if you don't know where you're going. Move with intention. Absolutely. Don't get lost in the sauce of the peak of the mountain. Just keep moving with intention. Shout out, Motion. Great stuff, my guy. Who else we got out there, D's? The other half of the Metal Crazies, Mrs. Metal. Great morning, fam. Remember, you don't need to go above and beyond for people anymore. Meet them as far as they meet you. Speak to and include them as much as they do you. No need to extra anymore.
Facts.
Ooh, big facts. Big facts. That's a bomb and a half. Great reminder. Who else we got, D's? Anything good? Oh, Angel SD's in the gym, hitting shoulders. Huge. Shout out to Coach DEEZYY. Shout out D's. I gave him a plug on the show last night. He might be getting some new amazing humming beans in his life that he's working with. Slugbug, nah, if they can't take a joke, that's on them. I don't want them in my life, she says. Forget them. Shout out, Slugbug. We appreciate you. Big love. What's Mrs. Metal saying there? Hey, Cap.
Oh, don't show that. Come on.
Fuck yeah. Show it, baby. Make it mad. Hey, Cap, we have found out why you like your 16 air fryers. They are yummy.
I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not putting the steak in the air fryer. It's not happening.
I know it sounds like the stupidest thing in the world, but I have never had somebody do it for 7 and 7. Pull that fucker out nice and juicy. The Maillard effect has occurred. Motion, Mr. fucking top hat wearing fucking bachelor of the arts and the culinary experience is having. It fucking Maillards, all right? It Maillards. Just maybe not as Maillarded you'd like it to Maillard, but it fucking Maillards, all right? And it's a good steak. And I ain't never had nobody try it saying it ain't no good steak. That's all I know. Who say who know? Shout out, Mr. Metal. I like the way you're thinking. Yes, you can put steaks in the air fryer. Of course you can. Oh, it's the best thing ever. 400 degrees. Let it sit out on the counter for a little while. You do it just like a steak. You don't be cold and put it right. Let it sit out. Get room temperature. Salt the shit out of the sucker. Put it in your air fryer. 7 minutes one side. Flip the bad boy. Put a little pepper and garlic on there too. 7 minutes the other side. Pull her out and you got the most juicy, medium rare hunk of meat you ever had in your life. I can see Swirl One still not buying into it, but hey, I'm just trying to tell you, crispy edges and everything. I'm trying to tell you, who's to know. Shout out all you beautiful human beings tuned in live in prime time to the show. Thanks for being live in the chat and helping this final segment of the day continue to flow. But that's all we got coming your way. Those are your 3 segments of the day. Hope you got some good notes, gained some great insights, a little bit of perspective, and you're ready to go share these thoughts and these vibes and energies with the world. Because that's all we got coming your way for this beautiful Thursday. It's time to start working on a wrap-up of this fine morning program. And we do that by beginning in a very specific way. By checking back in with the co-host with the mo-host of this fine program, DJ Swirl One. Any final thoughts, comments, perspectives, reminders, anything in between for episode 653?
Buddy, I'm just grateful. Thank you for all the people who keep showing up every morning. We can't thank you enough. Hey, keep sharing the show, keep sending that positivity, shining the light, being the person of change in every situation that you arrive in today and yesterday. Today, I have a lot going on. I got meetings. I've got things I got to put together. I got all kinds of stuff happening today. I got to put together a big old presentation I just learned about yesterday. Yes, I'm learning new things too. So it's challenging, and I am going to attack today like our boy attacks those climbing walls. So you better believe every single step and move will be calculated. However, please make sure you continue to drink your water today. Make sure that you do send out some PLP to somebody. Shout out to Mr. Deezy in the background for rocking all of our kick-ass sound effects and for the great show last night for Cap. Deezy, that was a great job. Shout out to Podcast Boys. Those guys, I'm sorry, Phone Booth Podcast Boys. Those guys are awesome. I really enjoyed the show. It was a lot of fun. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow for Friday. Stay warm today. Do something great with your life. And hey, don't forget about the 4 or 5 things.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Shout out DJ Swirl One. We appreciate the hell out of you, man. Thanks for all your vibes, your insights, your perspectives all morning long. Have a tremendous rest of your Thursday because you, sir, deserve it. As for all of you beautiful humming beings, breaking the third wall, out there live in prime time, tuning in this morning, we can't thank you enough for stopping by and starting your day the right way here at Forge and Fuel, baby. But it's time to hit the bricks. Time to make like geese and get the flock out. Make like a banana and split. Make like a tree and leaf. Hey, I'll be here for the rest of the week. A couple of things to remind you on. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Give us a follow on our socials. Turn on those notification bells. If you see something out there you like, a clip or something, make sure you share it on the timeline. Don't be a hoe and share this show if you enjoyed it. Maybe like it. Help that algo on whatever platform you're watching it on. If you're listening to the podcast, maybe you could leave us a 5-star rating or a follow or a subscribe on whatever platform you might be there. Or if you're watching on Spotify too, hey, hi, how do you do? And if you're playing around, subscribing, hitting some buttons, maybe you could look in this episode's description. And if you're trying to find some links to some pertinent stuff for DHMG, you can find it all down there live in the prime time. Outside of that, nothing major to get you up to date on. Open Thursday, no gateway meeting, nothing crazy to get you all the way up to date on. So enjoy the extra time. We'll see you on the flip side, maybe in another space, maybe in another show. Maybe in a Discord, maybe in a VC, maybe in a group chat, maybe in the gateway. Who's to say, who's to know? But we will catch you on the flip side. But not before we remind you that number 1, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse.
What?
Number 2, even a dead fish can go with the flow.
What?
And number 3, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind at DHMG, we don't only HOLD.
What?
We hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to each and every one of you flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thanks for investing some time here this morning at Forge and Fuel. And every single morning you decide to, we'll continue to pay back that investment to you by showing up each and every day on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions, giving you a little high quality ROI and being right by your side while you pursue yours. But for now, my friends, we say goodbye. And we thank you for being the difference. Being the change, being the 1%, setting the precedent that we want to see not only on X, on YouTube, on Rumble, but in this entire wide world. Thank you for being super soldiers. Thank you to you OGs for being the Diamond Hand fam. We appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you from the bottom of our hearts. Thanks for tuning in to episode 653. For Mr. Producer, DEEZYY. For the co-host with the Mo-O, Swirl One, live in the prime time. And for yours truly, Colton Capp Swirl. We can't thank you enough for starting your day the right way here at Forge and Fuel, baby. And we hope you have a tremendous rest of your Thursday, unless you have any other plans. But for now, my friends, we bid thee adieu, and we say unto you, peace and love.